Welcome everyone. Welcome to the Mesa Public Schools Virtual College Fair. My name is Courtney and I'm your facilitator tonight, and we're so happy that you've joined us. We have an awesome lineup of institutions for you to hear from this evening. But before I turn it over to them, I do have some housekeeping items for you all. Number one, this is a webinar, so your camera and your microphone are off, so our panelists can't see or hear you this evening. But they do know that you're going to have some questions and they want to make sure that you get those questions answered. So at any point during the presentation, use the Q&A feature at the bottom of your screen, type out your question, but then also type out the college or university that you're directing your question to. That way they can answer your questions appropriately. This is a really fun way to learn about colleges, maybe that you've heard of before, but also explore colleges maybe that you haven't heard of before. So sign up for more sessions. There's 2 more hours after tonight's presentation, and so we do hope that you'll explore more colleges and universities. This is being recorded this evening and will be available at strivescan.com/Greater Arizona. So now I'm going to turn it over to our first presenter. You're first going to hear from Dine College. Take it away whenever you're ready.
All right, good evening, everyone. Hello, Yat to everybody. That's hello in Navajo. So I just want to say shout out to each and every one of you guys to the whole virtual fair here. So welcome. My name is Dwayne Bahi. I am with Dine College. We are Dine College. We are a tribal college and university, one of the first tribal college universities throughout the U.S. And there are so many other tribal colleges within the US from here on out, but we are located in Arizona. We now have a total of 8 locations throughout the whole state now in New Mexico, and then also in Utah as well. We are rooted in tradition. Success is rooted in our tradition. And one of our really main college goals, mission is to advance quality post-secondary student learning and development, utilizing the Navajo culture and Navajo language teachings to our students. So it doesn't matter where you come from, what your background is, your ethnic, we are here to help you get your education on the road for you to be successful in today's world. And right now we are currently going on for spring semester. Our spring semester registration actually begins next week on Monday. And that's what we are going right now.
Dwayne, are you still planning to share your screen?
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
Is it on there?
Not yet.
So one of the things really I do want to make sure is that we are all on board, and I'm having technical issues with my computer, my laptop, and if you can, it is not doing what it's supposed to be doing. Again, we are a tribal college and it is not doing what it's supposed to be doing right now, and it's not. So if you can,
you're the star, so if you want to go on without it, you're welcome to, or if you want us to wait, we're perfectly fine to do either.
Okay, all right. At this point, I just want to probably just continue without it. We are a tribal college located in the Navajo Reservation. We are firstly tribal college within the United States. There's other tribal colleges within the United States throughout the US, Southwest, Midwest, all the way across into Wisconsin, Michigan, into Washington State. So right now, we are offering a lot of different types of degrees like certificates, Associate of Arts, Associate of Science, Bachelor of Arts, and Bachelor of Science programs. So with that, we do have a tuition cost, which is pretty much low with everyone else. A lot of people do freak out on our tuition costs. It is $55 per credit hour. And right now for spring semester and our current fall semester, we are offering 50% tuition discount for all students. It doesn't matter if you are a full-time, a part-time, or a full-time student. And we are offering that tuition cost discount for pretty much every student that is enrolled here. And our admissions process is an ongoing rolling admissions. There's no deadline dates. It's an ongoing, and there's no hardcore essays that you do need to submit. So there's very minimum documents that you do need to submit in with our admissions. And you basically go on to our Dine College website. It's an online application, and Once you submit your application on there, the Office of Admissions will reach out to you and give you more information of what you need to do and what you need to submit in. We do have a lot, what we are really unique about our institution is our Navajo Diné Studies language courses, and then also our traditional teachings. So there's a lot of Western teaching, and then also our traditional teaching that is tied into one. And as any student that comes through here, it is required that they do have to take those courses, Navajo language and Indian studies and Diné studies. So that's what we are unique about it. And as far as tuition costs, we are offering, like I said, 50% tuition discount for fall spring semester. And then also for our Residence Life program, we are offering 50% room discount as well. So there's a lot that a student can take advantage of as far as our resources on campus. At every location, all our 8 locations, we do have advisors. We do have the learning centers, and everything is basically on our website. And again, we are on the Navajo Reservation, and we are a First Tribal College. And if you need more information, just go to www.dinecollege.edu. My name is Dwayne Bahi. I am the student recruiter here, and I do have another student recruiter that does work with me, and her name is Esther Paul, and she's located at the New Mexico location. Again, just visit our website and give us a call, and our information is on the admissions recruitment page at our main Dine College website. And thank you for giving me the time to give you the information about Dine College, and we hope to hear from you soon.
Thank you so much to Dine College. Next up, I'll have the opportunity to introduce to you St. John's College. Take it away whenever you're ready.
All right, I'm Randall Hollinsby. I'm an associate director at St. John's College. Let me share my screen with you. Can you see my screen?
Looks great.
Okay. St. John's College is one college with 2 campuses, though. We're in Annapolis, Maryland, and we have been since 1696. We're the 3rd oldest college in the United States. We are also located in Santa Fe, New Mexico, at the southern tip of the Rockies. I can see my office in this picture. The college is best known for our Great Books program. You can read about it right there, or I'm happy to tell you about it at length if you contact me. We have only one major. All our classes are discussion classes, and we only study primary sources. There are no textbooks at St. John's College. If you were looking for a small college experience, St. John's could be perfect for you. Doesn't it look like it's perfect in that picture? Each of our campuses never has more than 450 undergraduates. We start with 450 at the beginning of every year. Our average class size is 10, and we have a 7-to-1 student to teacher ratio. We are roughly 50-50 female-male. 20% of our students are international, and another 20% identify as students of color. In 2019, thanks to generous donations from our alumni, we cut our tuition from $52,000 to $35,000, and we haven't raised it since then. On top of that, we offer merit scholarships and generous financial aid. What do our students do with our unusual education? 32% will go into education, 25% into business and media, 10% into STEM, and the other 33% go on into a wide range of careers. We send about, we send about 12% of our graduates into law, and nearly that many every year. This is 20 times the national average, And in fact, since 2012, everyone who applied to law school from St. John's was accepted. And the medicine acceptance rate is about the same. Don't take my word for it. I encourage you to read about us in the Princeton Review, US News and World Report, and Forbes.com. We are proud founding members of the Colleges That Change Lives group. And St. John's is a little different. You get that with a really old school. For fun, we lean towards sports like fencing, crew and sailing, rock climbing, skiing, cycling, board games like chess and go, and video games. And of course, we continue our dominance of collegiate croquet. We are on the Common App and Coalition app. We have our own application. We have no application fee, and we are now taking applications for spring and fall of 2022. We've been test optional for more than 40 years. Plus, we are a first-gen forward school. And here's my contact information. And thank you very much.
Thanks so much to St. John's College. Audience, don't forget, you can put those questions in the Q&A at any time. Next up, I have the pleasure of introducing to you Westminster College. Take it away whenever you're ready.
Hi, my name is Alexa Price, and I'm an admissions counselor at Westminster College. And thanks so much for joining us today. Westminster's 32-acre campus is located in the heart of Salt Lake City's eclectic Sugar House neighborhood. It's about a 10-minute drive from downtown, and we've got all the benefits of a large city, which includes a thriving art scene, internship and community service opportunities. There are hiking trails 10 to 15 minutes from campus and 10 ski resorts within an hour's drive. And the state of Utah also has 5 national parks and a number of state parks. Westminster is a private, independent liberal arts college where students benefit from multidisciplinary learning and an atmosphere dedicated to civic engagement. And a liberal arts education allows you to explore other interests and broaden your knowledge in areas beyond your major. A liberal arts education at Westminster is about opening your mind to possibilities, developing the skills that you need to solve real world problems, and creating a meaningful life. And Westminster is a relatively small school. We've got about 1,800 students enrolled, and about half of our students are from out of state. As a private school, we've got the same tuition as well as generous scholarships and need-based aid for both in-state and out-of-state students as well as international students, and we'll talk a bit more about that later. Westminster has a close-knit supportive community, and it is a teaching-first institution, so the average class size is about 13 to 15, and you'll have a really close relationship with your professors, and you'll never need to remember your student ID because folks will always know your name. We've got over 50 programs and majors at Westminster, and some of the most popular are in nursing, performing arts, biology, outdoor education and leadership. And Westminster also has a really strong customized major program. So students choose to design their own major, connecting subjects like performing arts and public health or in environmental entrepreneurship. And Westminster also has a nationally recognized honors college. Westminster is a member of the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference and is home to 15 NCAA Division II teams as well as club teams. And Westminster's approach to education is holistic, and it includes excellent co-curricular programming outside of the classroom. 85% of students participate in research or internships by the time that they graduate. And here in Salt Lake, you can intern for a tech startup or with a local nonprofit or with a larger company such as Goldman Sachs. And The NASA Space Grant Program has funded biology research projects through Westminster's Great Salt Lake Institute, and Westminster offers a variety of incredible undergraduate research opportunities. And Westminster also has several programs geared towards students and their success as first-generation college students, including the Legacy Program and McNair Scholars. And every other fall semester, Westminster offers the opportunity to participate in the expedition, which is an opportunity to pack up books and camping gear into vans for a semester-long road trip around the West to 8 states. Westminster has opportunities to get involved in over 40 clubs and organizations that range from major specific clubs to clubs that are more social. And it's also quite easy to get a club started if there's something that you want to see on campus that isn't already there. And we've got a 2-year on-campus housing requirement for our incoming first-year students. And so housing is guaranteed. We want all students to feel a sense of belonging here on campus and be able to start building community. And Residence Life is a great resource for that. And at Westminster, we care really deeply about student success and well-being, and we offer a wide variety of student support services, including a lifelong career center, first-year learning communities, a veteran center, which supports Westminster's participation in the Yellow Ribbon Program, a health and wellness center, and a lot of other services. And so back to scholarships, there are a number of ways that students can receive aid at Westminster. All students are automatically considered for merit scholarships when they apply, and students can also be considered for need-based grants at Westminster. There are also additional scholarships for specific programming, including performing arts, computer science, athletics, and the Honors College. And Westminster is fully test optional for the admissions process, and we don't plan to require test scores in the future. The application is free, and there are 2 ways to apply. We're part of the common application, and we've got an application right on our website as well. And we are accepting applications for the spring semester as well as the fall 2022 semester. So thanks so much for your time. I've got our contact information here, and feel free to reach out to me or to any of our wonderful admissions staff. We're all here to help, and we look forward to connecting.
Thanks so much to Westminster College. Our next institution is Southern Utah University. Take it away, Eric, whenever you're ready.
Hello, everybody. My name is Eric Bensing, and I am the admissions counselor for Southern Utah University. I am based out of Los Angeles, California, but I cover SoCal and all of the Arizona region. Southern Utah University, we are located in the United States' best backyard. We are located in Cedar City, which is just about 2 hours north of Las Vegas. And we are surrounded by Zion, Bryce Canyon, and 20 other national and state parks. So like I said, we have one of the best backyards. Cedar City is a little bit on the smaller side. It's got a residence of 30,000, but that's what makes it great. We are a full-on traditional college town. Most of our students are coming 2.5 hours more away from home. When you get into Cedar, it is all about the T-birds. So it's got that nice small town feel. Cedar City is nicknamed the City of Festivals. And so there's a lot going on in this little tiny city. And the biggest thing that we're most proud of is Utah's largest Shakespeare Festival. So if you enjoy that, please definitely come up here. So some quick facts about us. So we are Utah's fastest growing university right now. As of 2 weeks ago, we are #1 for enrollment for this fall. We are currently at a little over 13,600. To kind of give you guys an idea, this time last year, we were just a little over 11,000. So we are definitely growing at a very fast rate. But we're growing, but our class sizes are not. We are still having that 19:1 student to faculty ratio, no more than 35 students in a classroom with an average class size of 21. Some of our notable programs will be nursing, aviation, our School of Business, School of Education, and of course, our performing and visual arts. If you are an aviation student, we are now offering not only just flight, but maintenance as well as administration. And with our School of Nursing, it is very competitive, and you will graduate with a bachelor's in nursing. So it's a full nursing program. Outside of those, we definitely have 140 more majors and minors to choose from. When it comes to student life, we are NCAA D1 athletics. We are currently in the Big Sky Conference, but next year we're moving on up and heading over to the WAC Conference. So we're very excited about that. Clubs, organizations, and athletics are huge on our campus, including our very own Flipping Birds, the women's gymnastics team, which makes us very, very special because not many universities offer that. From there, again, we have over 130 clubs and organizations to choose from. There's a lot going on our campus. There's actually more events happening than school days in the year, so we're very excited about that. We also have a very successful study abroad program where majors can choose from multiple different countries to choose from. You guys can go for 2 weeks, a semester, or a full year when it comes to that. Our average job placement 6 months after college will be 87%. Certain degree programs will have a higher percentage. Give you an example, if you're willing to leave Utah after college, our School of Business has a 100% job placement rate for you guys. All right, for scholarships, we are test optional for admissions, and we are test optional for our first 3 scholarships. And it will be based off of your unweighted GPA, so the merit, the WUI, and the founders. We just need either or. For our presidents, which is our full tuition scholarship, we will require a GPA and or a test score. You will first qualify for the founders, and if you qualify for the presidents, you will receive a separate link to apply. The presidents will be done holistically, so we will be asking for other documents to prove why you deserve to get this president's scholarship. Visiting campus is easy, just like last year. This year we were 100% open. You guys can come on and have an on-campus tour that you can definitely customize. That way, if you're not wanting to see certain things on campus, you don't have to. We also can set up virtual info sessions. Our biggest one will be our Red Ride overnight. So what this is, you'll come on a Friday and you'll leave on a Saturday. You'll get a campus tour, a financial aid talk, meet with departments. And then after all that, it's just you and our presidential ambassadors having a huge party, kind of showing you what it's like to be a T-Bird. And that does include staying in dorms and apartments off campus. And we do offer a ton of housing. We offer 3 dorms currently on campus. We are about to open another one in this next year. And then from there, we have plenty of off campus. I will put my information in the chat, and I look forward to speaking with you guys more. Our application is 100% free, and we do accept unofficial transcripts. Thank you guys so much.
Eric, thanks so much to you and Southern Utah University. Audience, don't forget, you can put those questions in the Q&A at any time. Our last presentation tonight will be from Northern Arizona University. Take it away whenever you're ready.
Thanks so much, Courtney. Hello, everyone. My name is Amy Bettersworth. I'm a student recruitment coordinator with Northern Arizona University Admissions. So very glad to have you all here with us tonight. I will put our contact information in the chat at the very end as well. I first want to tell you a little bit about Flagstaff, Arizona, the city where NAU is housed. And so if you haven't been to Flagstaff, Arizona before, it is a very different type of Arizona than what you would think of when you're thinking about our Valley area or Phoenix, Arizona area there. And so we do experience all 4 seasons up in Flagstaff. This is in part due to the fact that we're at an elevation of 7,000 feet above sea level, and we do experience over 100 inches of snowfall annually. So please be sure to bring those winter clothes up there with us to prepare for that. To get to Flagstaff, it's about a 2-hour drive north of Phoenix, so you're not too far from there. You can take a car, a bus, a train, a plane, lots of ways to be able to get straight and directly into Flagstaff, especially from that Phoenix, Arizona area or some of the surrounding areas there. When you are in Flagstaff, you're only a 3-hour driving radius from 11 different national parks and monuments, one being the Grand Canyon. You may have heard of it before. That's about an hour and a half away from our school, so a really easy trip for our students to be able to take. About a 45-minute drive from Sedona, where those iconic red rocks are in Arizona. No matter where you go to school, I cannot recommend enough taking the time to get involved on your campus, whether that's through residence life at NAU. We are based on a residential college model. So if you're living on campus that first year, you are going to live with students who fall in a similar academic college as you. So example, a similar major to you, help you have those built-in study buddies right there within the residence hall. We do have over 400 clubs and organizations for you to get involved in. These range from interest-based to academic-based to religious-based, so a whole lot to choose from. You can even start your own if you wanted to. And we are an NCAA Division I school. We have 15 programs that we participate in through both the Big Sky Conference and the Western Athletic Conference. All of our home games are free for you to attend as NAU students. So you can go cheer on our basketball, football, volleyball, tennis, you name it. You see all 15 there, right there on the screen. Your student success is important to us, no matter how you identify what your background is, where you're coming from. We want to make sure that we're providing support services to help you thrive during your time on our campus. About 25% of our students identify as Hispanic or Latinx. So we were recently designated a Hispanic serving institution. We have a goal at NAU to become the nation's leading university serving our Native American students. And so we have over 100 different tribes on our campus and one of the few freestanding Native American cultural centers. And then we also have about 46% of our students identify as first generation. So some fantastic support services to help our students get acclimated to campus life. We've also sent our students abroad. We've sent our students to over 70 different countries and 120 different cities. So I encourage you to take advantage of those opportunities there. And we have a robust career development center to help you prepare for that future career beyond NAU. So you can look at mock interviews, resume building workshops, engaging with different employers and graduate schools a couple of times a year as we bring those to campus for you to enjoy. Of course, a large part of why you're going off to school is to focus on those academics. And so we want to make sure we're helping you prepare for that bachelor's degree. At NAU, we are the smallest state school in Arizona, but we're considered a mid-sized university when looking across the US, with having just over 21,000 undergraduate students on our main Flagstaff campus. However, we know the inherent value of keeping our class sizes small. So our average class size is about 37 students in the classroom. So you don't feel like just a face within that space, but you are a name. You do get to know your faculty members and your peers well. We have 9 different academic colleges. 7 of them are going to be where our 96 undergraduate programs are housed. Some of our most noteworthy programs include mechanical engineering, psychological sciences, criminology and criminal justice, biomedical sciences, biology, English, so on. There's quite a few there that we have that are very popular for our students. Our 8th academic college is going to be our honors college, and our 9th one is going to be our graduate college. We also have a large focus on undergraduate research opportunities. So these are normally reserved at a lot of schools for graduate level students. However, we want to make sure that we're providing those across all majors for you to engage further, help you prepare for those future opportunities you're looking to gain. When you apply to NAU, we are not looking at all of the courses that you're going to find on your transcript from high school. However, what we refer to as the 16 core classes, you can see all of these listed here. What we do is we take the letter grades that you've earned in these 16 core classes to recalculate what we call an unweighted core GPA. That unweighted core GPA then determines your admissibility to NAU and whether or not you might qualify for any of our merit-based scholarships. We are also test score optional, so we do not require submission of the ACT or SAT. However, if you have them available, send them our way. They only ever have the potential to help. On the left-hand side of the screen here, you're seeing our Arizona resident tuition. Please note any of the costs on the left could be subject to change. So check back in with us in April if you're looking to join us in the fall of 2022. But basically, you would add that Arizona resident tuition there with those additional costs to get that overall sticker price prior to any scholarships, the financial aid being applied that you might earn there. What you're seeing on the right-hand side are our 2022-2023 academic year Arizona resident merit-based scholarships. And so please know these could be subject to change if you're a sophomore or junior joining us today. So check back in with us when you go to apply. Application is open for those seniors in the room as well. When you apply to NAU though, we're automatically considering you for one of these 5 merit-based scholarships if you're an Arizona resident there. And so they're all based on your unweighted core GPA. You're only ever eligible for one, and all of those costs go to help cover tuition at NAU. You do need to accept your offer by May 1st there as well. Please be sure to submit your FAFSA by November 15th. That's our priority FAFSA deadline. You do need to be admitted to NAU by that date in order for us to affiliate the FAFSA with your account there. And then come visit us. So you can go to nau.edu/visit to sign up for those opportunities. Thank you all so much for joining today.
Amy, thank you so much to you and Northern Arizona University. I'd now like to invite all of our panelists to turn back on their cameras and share a little bit more about their institution. And I'll tap into your expertise as admissions professionals as we have students on the line that could benefit certainly from that. So in the same order that you presented, I'll have you answer this question. What is one thing you would like students to remember about your institution? And Dine College will start with you first.
One of the things most likely is going to be our Navajo language courses and also our teachings, just simply because every student that comes here, it's part of their checklist and it's part of their requirements to take the Navajo language. So even if you come on campus and major in biology, a Bachelor of Science in biology, the Navajo language, and then also the teachings, the foundations of Navajo culture is part of it. So you'll get to learn a little bit more about it. And
I guess a lot of people look at St. John's and they think, oh, what a great collection of books. This is going to be so much fun. I'm going to read Lord of the Rings and Dune and maybe some other books. That is absolutely true. You can read those if you like, but we have even better books for you to read. And once you've read them all and talked with your friends about them, we're going to send you on into absolutely great careers afterwards. It's fun that pays off. So.
And what I'd like folks to remember about Westminster is that you really can personalize your experience here. And so I know I'd mentioned a student doing a customized major, taking their interest in public health and theater and kind of creating something new. And that's, I think, a great example. They created this really unique major called community health leadership that focuses on using the arts to promote community health and on promoting access to the arts. And you've just got so much support to be able to do that. And I think that's a really amazing thing, because I know lots of us have lots of unique interests and things that we want to get involved in.
I would say the one thing about Southern Utah University to remember is that we are a loving community, and our students know this because we go on camping trips, dinners, all that with our college professors. They know our name. They cheer us on at football games and clubs. So we are a very small community-based school that cares so much about our students.
And I'd say looking at Northern Arizona University, especially if you're coming from Arizona and this Valley area in particular, it is such a different type of Arizona. So you're only 2 hours away from that Valley area, but you are experiencing a whole different type with all 4 seasons where we go to escape the heat in the summertime there. And so it does provide that little bit of a different experience. But then also we do have that personalized experience. So even though we are a school that has 21,500 students attending our main Flagstaff campus, to know that inherent value of keeping that class size at 37 students knows that we're trying to help you focus on those one-on-one opportunities the best that we can through our university there. So thank you.
Awesome information, panelists. So now I'm going to tap into your expertise as admissions professionals. I am sure there are plenty of folks on this meeting that are going through this for the very first time, even in their family. What is your best advice for students and families going through the college admissions process? And so we'll go in that same order that we went in before.
The first one, the thing that we always tell our student is, even if they're new students, ask questions. Ask questions, go onto the website. There's information, contacts that are listed on there. Give them a call. There's always that contact us button. Utilize that, ask questions, because if you do, you'll get more, because if you don't ask questions, you're just going to be sitting in the dark. So ask questions. That's like the biggest thing, and utilize the website with all the web sources. There's resources that are out there for them to utilize.
And I'll agree with Dwayne. I know it's hard to believe, but most admissions counselors are on your side and surprisingly trustworthy. And if you can get to talk to one in person or on the phone, absolutely do it. ask them all the questions you can think of. It is not a sales relationship. And good luck.
Yeah, and I just want to echo Dwayne and Randall, we love to hear from you. And so please do reach out. We're always happy to help. And I think my other piece of advice is not to rule anything out, because you might find that some of the options that are the right fit for you could be in-state, they could be out of state, and you could find that the best scholarship offer that you get is a public school, or maybe it's a private school, and you've got so many great choices. And so utilize those resources, contact us, and we're happy to help with the process in any way that we can.
I would say the number one advice is to visit your colleges. I know for myself, I wanted to go to a specific college growing up, and I went to go visit, and it just was not a good feeling for me. It wasn't a good fit. I know we all like to go for what I call those brand name schools like Oregon and Arkansas and Tennessee, but give other colleges chances. I would say have your top 5 and visit your top 3. You can't buy a house by just looking at photos. You need to walk in and feel that homey feeling. And so visit your colleges.
Yeah, I can't echo my colleagues on this call enough. I completely agree with everything that's been shared. The one thing that I want to share too, though, is that a lot of cities in particular and larger cities in the area have something called college-based organizations. And so please look those up in your town, see if they exist, see if they're willing to work with you. And so those are just extra resources there to help you along that college process overall. And so they have so many opportunities. They have connections with way more universities in your state and out of state than what you might even realize. So take the time to get connected, look up those resources available to you. They might even offer different scholarship opportunities too that you can apply for. So just do your research and keep up to date with those resources in your area.
So again, tapping into your experience, what is a myth that maybe you've heard throughout your years in the admissions world that you'd like to say, this is crazy, like, no, this is not true? So we'll go again in the same order that we presented in earlier.
Well, for us, it's like a rolling admissions process for us. However, even though it's a rolling admissions, people always say, oh, it takes about 4 weeks to process. No, we have a good amount of staff on our end for our institution to process the applications in a timely manner, because we've been on the student side before. So knowing that, because sometimes the students make the decision the last minute to apply, and we do have to work with every single student that comes through. So the myth is, if you apply, it's going to be too late, especially if it's a day before or a week before. But we have been trying to address that from our end to take care of every student that does apply, even if it's the last minute, and we work with them.
So this drives me crazy. Because I know high school students wear themselves out, growing their pool of extracurriculars and all that kind of stuff. They are not as important when it comes to the application process as a visit to campus, like Eric said, or a good interview, or lots and lots of other things. Honestly, just dial it back a little bit.
And I think one myth that I have encountered here and there is specifically related to college essay writing. And that is that there's something specific that colleges are looking for. We're so excited to hear from you and so appreciative of the opportunity to learn more about you. And so for that, I just recommend to students, be authentic and represent yourself, and definitely, again, reach out to staff if you have questions about parameters and things like that. But we're just always really excited to learn more about you.
I would say the biggest myth from especially our school is going out of state is super expensive, and it's not. I was actually just in Arizona, and I found out that our out-of-state tuition is not even $2,000 more than your in-state tuition. So definitely take a look at out-of-state colleges, because you'll be surprised on how affordable a lot of out-of-state colleges are.
I think in some sense similar to Dwayne, that applying early means that you're committing to that university. Some universities do have an early admission decision deadline that you need to meet, so pay attention to that as well. But for the most part, I'd say a lot of universities that you're looking at, there's really no harm in applying early. It is a rolling admissions basis. It's usually non-binding. So it just gives you the most opportunities for yourself there to make sure that you know exactly what's available to you, what colleges you can go to, how much money each university is willing to give you to help support you through that process there. And so in fact, I encourage you to consider applying early, especially if there are no deadlines for that application in particular, because it does just help you. I was a first generation college student myself when I went through. I applied late to every college. I actually missed every scholarship deadline I possibly could have missed. And so please do not be that student. I'd say most applications take you 30 minutes to an hour to complete on average from what I've experienced. Take the time, submit that application if it means you're not going to miss those deadlines and not be in a whole bunch of debt in the long run when you're choosing that college there in that process. So apply early just means that you're making the most informed decisions there for yourself.
What great advice from a wonderful panel. I hope that you audience took a chance to listen to them and took what they had to heart. We hope that you have some fun too in this college search process. It's a really exciting time in your life and certainly will be transformative as you move through life. Thanks so much for joining us this evening. As you close out, there'll be a quick 5-question survey. We hope that you'll provide us with some feedback. Sign up for more sessions. You'll learn about some additional schools that maybe you haven't heard of before, or learn more about schools that you're really excited about. This was recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/Greater Arizona. Thanks so much for joining us, everyone, and have a great one. Bye-bye.